I built the whole planet. I ain't going nowhere. But I appreciate the concern, my beautiful African queen. I hope your hair is natural.
You're not natural, baby. I see you got that perm in there. I still love you. You're gorgeous, but you're not nappy. You got to be nappy, baby. You got to be nappy. If I can't grab it, I can't have it. It only takes a little bit of white brainwash to activate the cool chip.
Heterosexual couples only. This is not a government-funded activity. I have the right to discriminate. Heterosexual couples only.
Donations. Donations. Gifts. Gifts.
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember.
We're going to have a National Coons Conference at FDMG. Yes, brothers and sisters. We have to have a National Coons Conference. Anybody who tells you they're running for office to help somebody, smack their ass in the face.
What you want to do? You want to box? You want a street rumble? Or you want to get into the intellectual boxing ring?
Tyler Perry. Goddamn, brother. Can we please consider some other movies?
Suit and tie niggas. Suit and tie niggas. See, I got credentials. You ain't got none, you dirty nigga. Ain't you the same nigga
who sold drugs to go to kill it? Didn't your dumb ass say that on YouTube? You sold drugs to go to kill it? You counterproductive, degenerate drugs to go to kill it.
I'm right here. Come bring it. I'm right here, nigga. Come bring it. I told you consciousness. I don't play with y'all like that. But I knew you had to do it, nigga. They gassed you and now they gonna ask you, nigga. They gassed you.
And I know that you probably have
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. If you a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it was straight facts. You tripping off trunks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. The same people talk.
Great, 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 great grandparents. Are you aware? I want you to understand, overstand, and understand me. Are you aware? Stay focused. Stay focused, baby. Stay focused. Consciousness over cookies right now. Politics over the punani right now. Stay focused. We talking revolution.
To fix it so this does not happen to us again, so that this does not keep happening to us. Our whole history dated all the way back. You keep going further and further back. What happened to us? Where did we go wrong? We continue to allow ourselves to be bamboozled, basically, and it's a ongoing thing with us. When will we learn that we need to stop and address this situation? We need to build strong minds, and we need to put certain things in place so that these type of things cease to exist, so that we're not the group that's always being bamboozled. Because Umar's done, okay? Umar's just washed up. He's never gonna be Marcus Garvey or Malcolm X. You know, he was never going to be, regardless of what happened. Nobody even had to bring any information up on Umar. Umar, he was gonna reveal himself anyway. That was gonna happen. He was definitely gonna self-destruct. So I saw this, and this is essentially what he did. So it's really not even an issue of even attacking him, because he's done for. Okay, now the next Umar is looking up like, okay, I'm going in for the kill. Now I want to be Umar.
Sex gets entered into the equation too soon. Men and women are having sex too soon. When people have sex too soon, a lot of times that can set up a mindset of assumption and expectation, which can breed disaster because you're not communicating about that which it is you want. So for example, we had sex, so that automatically makes you my girlfriend. We had sex, so that automatically makes him your boyfriend. No, it doesn't, until you had a communication and discussed the terms of this relationship. There are no terms. But for a lot of people, once they get romantic and intimate, it changes things on the structural side of relationships, even if it wasn't verbally articulated. Once you have sex with someone, most people lose the ability to objectively evaluate whether or not this relationship is in their best interest. Before I laid down with her, I was able to study her. I was able to see her for what she was, what she is. Once I laid down with her, I've had sex. Now there's an intimate relationship there. Whether I want to admit it or not, I can no longer objectively evaluate her because we've now crossed a threshold that was crossed too soon. Same thing for women, and especially for women because they're internal. You hear women say, well, I can sleep with a guy and get up and move on and it doesn't bother me. It's psychobiologically impossible. When you lay down with someone, your body releases chemicals that automatically begins to bind your aura to them. This has been proven in the biological research. You can never just lay with somebody, get up and move on without some of their ashe, some of their energy being on you. This is a neurochemical reality. So nobody gets up and walks away. But because women are internal, they consume so much more of that man's energy. And as a result of that, it makes it difficult for them to objectively evaluate him. And so now she's trying to make it look like he's a good guy because she slept with him. Now, a situation that should have been just ended, a bad experience, an unhealthy decision, now gets compounded because I gave this man some of
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young.
Just know the feds and the FBI watching. Of course. That goes without saying, my brother. That goes without saying. That goes without saying. How is the school coming? We pushing, brother. We pushing. I got a big booty and it's juicy. You better cut it out. She said she got a big booty and it's juicy. Sisters, let's do the work first. Don't worry. We're going to make love. Oh, we're going to make some love. You better believe that. Okay? But let's do the work first, my beautiful African queens. Let's do the work. Let's do the work.
Now you're playing one of the premier revolutionary black freedom fighters in American African history, and you get asked a question about racism and race. And instead of answering it in support of the people whose hero you playing, you backed off of it. You cowered out of the question, Daniel Kaluuya. And if you want to defend him, go ahead. But he cooned out, and I'ma call it out. He cooned out, and I'ma call it out. He was asked about race and racism, and he said, why do we have to talk about this? And then he said, I'm Daniel.
Thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister. I don't know that. People would say I got a faulty past. I don't understand how I got the faulty past. I've been saving more black boys than anybody you can name for the past quarter of a century. But my point is...
Okay.
And now for our feature presentation.
Let's look at my brother Umar real quick. We're going to enjoy Umar, man. I love me some Umar. He crazy as a bedbug.
Are aliens real? Yes, aliens are real. Because an alien visited me in Jacksonville, North Carolina. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida right now, but I used to live in Jacksonville, North Carolina. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida right now, but I used to live in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And when I was in the 3rd grade in Jacksonville, North Carolina, 9 years old, 8 years old, me and my mother were looking out the window and we saw a UFO. We said, is that a UFO? Said, nah, that might be a plane. Maybe that's the military expedition, military air. It was a UFO. So we watched.
We said, is that a UFO? This is classic Umar. Classic Umar. We said, is that a UFO? Did you really say that, Umar? Y'all know people gonna be mad at me, man. Y'all ain't right. Y'all want people to be mad at me, man. I ain't worrying about y'all, man. I hope y'all got my back, man. Listen, watch it.
Carolina, 9 years old, 8 years old. Me and my mother were looking out the window and we saw a UFO. We said, is that a UFO?
We said, is that a UFO? Look at the look on his face. We said, is that a UFO? He got them Tahaka Bay wannabe eyes, but is that a UFO? Oh, we gonna get through this. We gonna get through this.
So now that might be a plane. Maybe that's the military expedition.
At 9 years old, he said it might be a plane. It might be a military expedition. That's what he said. At 9 years old, that's what he said. Let me see if he said it or we said it. They both said it. Listen.
Carolina, 9 years old, 8 years old. Me and my mother were looking out the window and we saw a UFO.
We said,
is that a UFO?
Is that a UFO?
Said, now that might be a plane. Maybe that's the military expedition, military air. It was a UFO. So we watched this UFO. It kept swirling around. So it was way up in the sky though, but it had all these lights and it was going in a circle. And my mom said, okay, it's time for you to go to bed. So I go to bed.
Hold up. Y'all just seen a UFO, and then mom said, okay, party overtime, go bed. Stop, Umar.
Come on, man.
We just seen a UFO. It was lights swirling around, and mama said, okay, bedtime. Time to tuck you in, Umar. What Umar real name? I forget. You can't make this stuff up. They just seen a UFO. And mom said, okay, it's time to go to bed. I mean, come on now. Come on, man. We ain't this crazy. Are we? Are we really this crazy? Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Come on, Shoemaker. Jermaine. Come on, Jermaine. We just seen a UFO. It's time to go to bed now. Let me tuck you in. Come on, Jermaine.
Come on, man.
Man, this is some crazy stuff. We gonna get to bedtime, Jermaine. We gonna get to this. We gonna get through it. Let it play. Oh my goodness, Umar, you are something else.
But I'm not sleeping now. You laying down in your bed before you fall asleep. Jacksonville, North Carolina. And the next thing you know, this yellow thing walked into my room. It was about 3 feet tall, shaped.
This yellow thing was
like a man, but no features. No, it was just pure yellow light, shaped like a man with no features, pure yellow light. And I'm scared as shit.
Sure you are.
I want to call my mom
or my dad,
for you. But I'm scared because we just saw a UFO like 2 hours ago, and this little yellow man.
I can't do this. We just saw a UFO 2 hours ago, and this little yellow man. Oh my God, I can't do this.
Stocky too. He was built like he was a bodybuilder.
I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna let it play, man. I'm gonna let it play. Come on, Umar. You're doing too much with this one, man. All right, I believe you though, Umar. Okay, you my man.
Or my mom, or my dad, but I'm scared. Because we just saw a UFO like 2 hours ago, and this little yellow man, stocky too, he was built like he was a bodybuilder, but all you could see was yellow light in the shape of a man. No eyes, no nose, no mouth, pure yellow. And I'm acting like I'm asleep, because I don't want him to know I'm woke.
Look how he closed his eyes. Look how he closed his eyes. I'm acting like I'm asleep, because I don't want him to know that I'm awoke. Great job, Umar, great job. All right, here we go. Woo. Woo, woo, woo. This is some good stuff here, boy. This is a good show tonight. Moochie Bear told me, you know what I mean, we still doing research on the side, but Moochie Bear said we got to do a show tonight. Just have some fun. Just have some. I said, okay. You know what's going on YouTube? And Moochie said, man, YouTube is dead right now. I said, well, you know they talking about aliens everywhere on YouTube. And Moochie said, there it is.
And then all of a sudden, it ran up to me and punched me in my face. I just knew I had a black eye or a broke nose. I just knew I shape of a man, no eyes, no nose, no mouth, pure yellow. And I'm acting like I'm asleep, because I don't want him to know I'm woke. And then all of a sudden, it ran up to me and punched me in my face. I just knew I had a black eye or a broke nose. I just knew I had a black eye or a broke nose. I just knew I had a black eye or a broke nose. And it ran out the room. And I got up and ran into my parents' room.
And then it got low on him. It punched him and got low. The alien came playing tag. Hot potato. Hot potato. The alien came and played hot potato with him. Anybody know how to play that game? You hit bop. The aliens have traveled through all these galaxies to punch Umar in the face. Oh, my stomach hurt. The alien traveled light years to punch Umar in the face and then got low. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh. Yeah, get your lick back, Umar. Get your lick back. Hey, yo. Oh my God. Man. I know y'all will get me in trouble, right? He ain't no real Grand Sheik. He laughed too much. He ain't no real Moor. He always clowning. He's silly. I'm just saying. Man, listen. We gotta be real, fam. Umar literally just said without saying that the alien traveled light years. He ain't come around the corner from the liquor store. He traveled light years and bop, punched me in the face and got low. I got hit one more time. I got hit one time. I wonder, did the alien make a video like Tariq? I just punched out of Jermaine. I just punched it out of Jermaine. I just punched it out of Jermaine. You remember Umar? I just smacked him out of Tahaka Bay. I wonder, did the alien make a video? I just punched. Oh, they didn't have cell phones. He should have threw that one up in there. And then he made a video. Oh, man. Woo!
When I said I just got punched in the face by an alien, they said, boy, go to bed. I said, Umi, we just saw that spaceship. It was real. Because right after you sent me to bed, this little yellow man with no face, made a pure yellow light, came into my room, punched me in the damn face. It felt like I had a broke nose, but I didn't. So let me ask y'all this. My alien experts, I'm going to my alien experts right now. Does anybody have an interpretation for the yellow being of pure light. It was pure light in the shape of a...
And how about some crazy person in the audience? I'm gonna go look in the audience. I bet you some crazy person was like, yeah, it's a carbon being, but the carbon on the other galaxy is yellow. Something crazy like that.
Man, 3 feet tall, came into my room. I was awake. I was wide awake. I was not asleep. I had just gotten into the bed. Lights was out. He came in there, 3 feet tall, pure yellow light. I tried to act like I was asleep. Somehow he knew I was woke and punched me in the face. Does anybody have an alien interpretation?
Alien interpretation. I told you what they do. This is a distraction because they get you engaged.
I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm not making this up. So see, some of y'all have never had spiritual experiences, so I know this is completely. This is see. Calcified pineal gland. Calcified. If you study spirituality, if you study unseen beings, if you know what that yellow being was, because I'm still trying to figure this out. I don't think it was an ancestor. I don't think it was an Orisha. I think it was something else because we just saw the spaceship. But if you have an interpretation for it, wasn't a demon. It wasn't a demon. It wasn't an evil force.
It wasn't the evil force, but it came and punched you in the face for no reason. And got low. And that's the end of the story though. But then I see if he could accept it. The being came back and apologized. Good night.
It may not have been a positive. I was 8 or 9 years old. I was 8 or 9. I'll never forget it. I will never forget it. I will never forget it.
I ain't gonna never forget this one either. Me and you in the same boat. I'm never gonna forget this story. I'm gonna laugh about this for years to come. This is insane. I agree. I'm never gonna forget this story.
It's the first extraterrestrial, supernatural, metaphysical, paranormal experience I ever had.
Man, let me tell you something. With all due respect, Umi might have had them old school pin joints laid around, and Jermaine took a little drag off one of them little pin joints. You know, back in the day, everybody used to sneak and smoke weed, and they had them little pin joints in the top paper. You know, I'm talking about the little pin joint. That was some strong weed back then. Mama might have sit that thing down, and he took a little puff of that demonstration, and both of them seen the aliens. You know what I mean? I mean, all due respect, I don't talk about people's mom. I'm just making a suggestion that possibly could happen. Back in the day, they smoked with little pin white. Look, we used to call them white boys. You know what I mean? They call white boys.
If anybody has an idea of what could it have been an ancestor? Do ancestors travel on spaceships? Do the ancestors, is it possible that the spaceships are ancestors? What do y'all think?
If the spaceships are ancestors, listen to this. Listen to this. When you know people freestyling and they mess up the freestyle. Y'all ever see a rapper freestyle? And then they messed it up. Watch this. Listen to what he said. Listen.
Experience I ever had. If anybody has an idea of what could it have been an ancestor? Do ancestors travel on spaceships?
Listen.
Do the ancestors, is it possible that the spaceships are ancestors? What do y'all think?
Is the spaceships are ancestors. I guess he mean to say that these are our people on spaceship, but he said his spaceships are ancestors.
Is it possible that the spaceships, the so-called aliens, are ancestors? It wasn't evil. It wasn't evil. See, I'm dealing with a lot of Africans in the feed with calcified pineal glands. All you know.
Whenever they don't agree with Umar, he talk real raggedy about him. Calcified pineal gland. You like bunnies. What else he say? He come up with a whole bunch of terminologies.
There's weed, sex, coochie, BBL, Air Jordans. You don't know nothing about anything outside of the mundane physical. Most of y'all are trapped in the mundane physical. Maybe the punch gave you the knowledge. I thought about that. Did it put something in my head?
Oh! So I get it now. The punch gave him the knowledge.
I thought about that because, In Ifa, your soul is in your head, your ori, and it punched me in my ori. Maybe it was the Christ energy anointing me as the Black Christ.
Now I see where Now I see where we going with this. Okay. Now I get it. Now I get it.
I have an interpretation.
We're gonna hear something similar to this.
I'm not making this up. In the presence of the Almighty, in the presence of my ancestors, I swear to you that yellow man came in my room, 3 feet tall, pure light in the shape of a man. The outline was a man, but the whole body was light, made of yellow light, bright yellow light. Stood there for a few seconds. I tried to act like I was asleep because I was scared, and he ran up, punched me, and ran out. And I was dazed for a minute. And I thought my eye was broke or my nose was black. And I ran into my parents' room, and they didn't believe me. God is my witness. Does anybody, if you think you know what that yellow person was, that yellow thing in the shape of a man that came, I think he came from the spaceship, because we saw the spaceship the same night. I think he came from the spaceship. If you think you have an interpretation, please text me. Maybe y'all can help me make sense of that. 215-989.
All of these years Umar been around, all of a sudden he want to make sense of this alien story.
2159, it was not a nightmare because I was awake, my Negro brother. My calcified pineal gland having Negro being. I was wide awake, I just told you that. 2159.
You better not disagree with Umar.
My calcified pineal gland having Negro being brother. I told you I was
my calcified Negro peen plan. What?
Wide awake. I was in Jacksonville, North Carolina. That's where I decided to be a psychologist.
At 9 years old. Go ahead, Umar. I believe you.
This happened the same year I decided to be a psychologist.
At 8 or 9 years old, he planned and thought about being a psychologist. Man, that's right. You are a genius, Umar. I'm rocking with you.
The same house I was living in. Was it an Orisha? Was it an ancestor? Was it an alien? What punched me and what did it put into my Ori? What did it put into my soul? That 3 feet yellow being shaped like a man. Who's calling me while I'm live? Brother Robert with the magazine. You want a magazine interview? No problem, Brother Rob. Listen, y'all, I don't answer the phone. I need y'all to text me. Y'all keep calling me. I'm never answering the phone. I don't answer the phone. Text message. Stop trying to clog my life up with your issues. Text me. I don't answer the phone. I told y'all that.
Yeah. Islam. I'm trying to be your friend, man. That's right. Trying to be your friend, bro. Help me out. Meet me halfway. Come on. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. Now let me be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. You let me be your friend. Peace and love. Hey, yo, I used to be.
An all-new episode premieres tonight.
But I appreciate I built the whole planet. I ain't going nowhere. But I appreciate the concern, my beautiful African queen. I hope your hair is natural.
You're not natural, baby. I see you got that perm in there. I still love you. You're gorgeous, but you're not nappy. You got to be nappy, baby. You got to be nappy. If I can't grab it, I can't have it.
It only takes a little bit of white brainwash to activate the cool chip.
Heterosexual couples only. This is not a government-funded activity. I have the right to discriminate. Heterosexual couples only.
Donations. donations, gifts, gifts.
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember.
We're going to have a National Coons Conference at FDMG. Yes, brothers and sisters. We have to have a National Coons Conference. Anybody who tells you they're running for office to help somebody, smack their ass in the face.
What you want to do? You want to box? You want to street rumble? Or you want to get into the intellectual boxing ring?
Tyler Perry. Goddamn, brother. Can we please consider some other movies?
Suit and tie niggas. Suit and tie niggas. See, I got credentials. You ain't got none, you dirty nigga. Ain't you the second nigga
who sold drugs to go to kill it? Didn't your dumb ass say that on YouTube? You sold drugs to go to kill it? You counterproductive, degenerate drugs to go to kill it.
I'm right here. Come bring it. I'm right here, nigga. Come bring it. I told you consciously I don't play with y'all like that. But I knew you had to do it, nigga. They gassed you and now they gonna ask you, nigga. They gassed you.
And I know that you probably have.
Y'all talk about the Grandmaster J with the N fact. Okay? I can't speak to him either. I can see the value of a brother showing up with a militia, with armed weapons, letting the white power structure of America know we ain't gonna take this shit no more. I can respect that. Is he serious? I don't.
Us divided. We are the United States of America. One country, indivisible, unto God.
My point is, I'm not slandering Grandmaster J. I haven't seen sufficient proof.
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. You a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those who speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it was straight back. You tripping off Trump, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again.